Stephen, what was your take on that disappointing afternoon?
Just extremely disappointed. I said angry in the press there. It's not about anger. It's about a group of players who at the minute feel really low, really flat. The last couple of weeks has taken its toll on them, but they're in a privileged position. I'm in a privileged position, working at the highest level of Scottish football, and we shouldn't be performing like that, especially the last couple of weeks we've had in terms of the training, the preparation, the build up to this game. The players looked ready for it since the beginning of the week, but as I say, we do enough work, and it's a collective. It's not just the players that have failed today, it's all of us. And you heard the dissent from the stands, and I don't think anyone can argue with that, because people pay their good money, and it was a poor performance.
Is confidence an issue amongst this group right now?
Yeah, that's. I think that's the biggest thing, because when you're not confident, you maybe try things that put you under pressure, or you don't try things by maybe playing that penetrating pass or going in that run, or just being safe and not doing enough, and then that gives other teams momentum and impetus in the game, which we gave to Ross County. They get a wee bit of luck from our goals. I think it's Lennon that plays the ball into the path of the lad who scores, but we didn't recover from it, and as I say, we didn't deserve anything at all from the game, and I don't know why the confidence is so low, because when you look at the start of the season, I know we're well into the season now, but to be sitting where we are, fourth for a spell at one time, it's hard to pinpoint how they're feeling so devoid of confidence.
If you take a moment to reflect back to your playing days, when confidence was low amongst a group of players, how did you rectify that? How do you get out of that?
You have to, and it's not that they're not working hard, because they are, and I've seen it every day in training. I thanked them for their efforts and their work, but that's their job. That's their job to come in every day and be on it. As coaches, as pundits or whatever, we pack teams and players in the back for working hard. That should be the bare minimum. I'm not saying they didn't work hard, because they did. They've worked hard through the 2 weeks that I've been taking it, but it's going that extra wee bit and suffering and digging each other out when things aren't going right in training, when things aren't going right in the pitch. And then that's when the leaders come through, and it looked as though everyone just was not so much looking after their own game, but it looks as though they go into a shell, and the confidence isn't going to come from that. What maybe we need is like a horrible goal or a corner to lift the momentum. And we had a couple of chances or half chances at 1-0, 2-0, but as I say, when the second goal goes in, I couldn't see us getting back into the game.
It's been a tricky spell, shall we say. Is there enough in this group to get back to where they were at the start of this season and actually make this a really successful season?
I'm convinced there is. I'm more than definitely sure there is. They weren't there, and we weren't there in the league by default. It's been performances, albeit at the start of the season in different runs, a semi-final of a national competition, and you run Rangers really close. And as I said, I can't pinpoint why the confidence seems to have been drained from the group, but there is enough in there. A new voice will hopefully be next week. It might be a new system of play, but we have a lot of players, because we've had to bring certain players in to cover players who are now injured. So it's a big squad, and you will now need to fight to get in the squad, and make the bench, some of them. So a lot of players in there have a lot to do to try and get back to a level that makes it that they're in the thoughts of the manager when he walks in the door, hopefully next week, to try and get a bit of confidence back and try and get a system of play and a belief, because the belief has been dragged out of the players. And again, I can't pinpoint why, because we praise them every day in training for their hard work and their efforts.
Thanks for your time, Stephen.